I'm Bill Lazar. I'm the Executive Director of the St. John's Housing Partnership, which is a private nonprofit organization located in St. Augustine, Florida. We have essentially 3 programs related to the affordable housing challenges that many places in our country are facing right now. We have a home repair program that rehabs about 200 homes a year. We've got a rental program where we own and manage about 70 scattered site rental properties along with 2 multifamily properties for seniors. And then we have a new home building program where we are trying to build new homes for working class families who have saved it, have improved their credit, have done what they can, and they're struggling to find anything under $300,000 in our community. Things are changing for the Housing Partnership in terms of our opportunities. And really affordable housing is becoming a bigger challenge across America. So we've been in it for 25 years. We've been working in a variety of areas related to home repairs and affordable rental property. But what we're seeing was that some of the resources that are available we're changing just the way that we're allowed to manage them or the things that we had to do to compete for those affordable housing dollars. And so this came at an opportune time for us to sit back and look at what we've been doing for 25 years and going, okay, that worked then, it doesn't work now, and we need to really be looking forward to the next 20, 25 years. The whole idea behind this process with Cogent was that I was looking for ways to do several things. One is we had to increase our efficiency of what we were doing. Just in some cases, the demand is so great for what people need, we've got to figure out how to continue helping people on a larger scale. I'm also looking at the fact that I'm 67. I started this 25 years ago. I want to be able to pass it on and not die in place. And we didn't have a good process to be able to share with someone who I want to bring on as a successor or as a second or something like that. We've always kept a pretty lean administrative budget in terms of staffing and everything else, but we've got to move to the next stage, and part of that is figuring out how to share my duties, how to bring on someone who has skills in areas that I don't. Some of the things that you and I have talked about in terms of resource development, some of our operational management tools that you've helped us with. Those are things that I haven't been great at, and I think working with y'all has really opened the door for us to see just some processes that would make it easier to capture what we're doing. Laura first came to me and just sort of sold me on the idea of here's a process to look at your operations. A lot of it was really focused on, is there a way to increase your profitability? That's a lot more challenging in the affordable housing market than a lot of people realize because there's such thin margins that we normally work with. But it just came at the right time, which said, let's take a big look. And it really for me was I wanted somebody from the outside who had a background in construction. There's a lot of help we get from people in the nonprofit world, but they don't understand the challenges we have in construction. We don't have line item budgets. We don't have, things that are set up to sort of do it. It's every job is you estimate, you figure out, you make money, you lose money. And ultimately, the Housing Partnership can't lose money any more than anybody else and still stay alive. We've got to figure out how to serve people in our community who have been left behind by the free market system. I think Kevin's analysis looking at our labor, our time management, was really insightful. And so that's really what brought us around to signing an agreement with Cogent. When Kevin was getting everybody to talk about, how you make decisions and how you manage time and who picks up materials and the time spent going back and forth because of poor planning, that really resonated with a lot of our folks. And it really made sense to them because they were like, okay, I like what the company's doing. I like the fact that we're helping people. I don't want to be guilty of wasting time. And so he had some ideas of this is how we're going to change that. I think the cultural changes are going to take time. I think several people are very excited about seeing sort of some efficiencies. Some folks are not as excited about it because it just means they have to sort of step up a little bit more. But ultimately, there's an old saying, you gotta get the right people on the bus. And I think we've got a bright future in our community. If we don't have the right people, there are probably a number of other folks that if we can find them, would love to come work for us to have a job that makes them feel part of a mission. At the same time, it pays them a decent wage. So, I think that culture is something that I've got to spend more time sort of encouraging, just so it permeates down to everybody and makes everybody feel both recognized and rewarded for whatever their contribution is.